Welcome, witches, wizards, witch doctors, sages. What's those guys that
Sorcerers.
are sorcerers? We're calling them
Jedi.
Jinns.
Oh, genies.
Space magic users.
Yeah.
Forces magic.
Also, by the way.
No, we're opening up Star Wars into our show.
Here we go. Just really quickly, too, I'm Evan, the creative director for Mr. Black Presents.
I'm Seth Anderson, and I am the technical director and DJ at the Mr. Black Presents show, Magick.
Which will be coming to Venue 906 Saturday, not Friday. Saturday, October 25th. We'll start everything at 7 p.m. We're going to be going till midnight. It's going to be tons of stuff. If you haven't seen our videos that we posted already, we've talked about the immersion factor. We've also talked about the theme, which is obviously is magic. So if you haven't checked out those videos, make sure you do that. Also, make sure if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, tickets should still be available. If they've sold out by now, I apologize, but I'm also not sorry because that's awesome. But tickets will be right down here at MrBlackPresents.com/events.
So let's talk about our theme, just recapping.
Yes.
It's magic with a K. There's a reason that we did the K, at least from my point of view.
Absolutely.
Now, if we just had magic, we'd be worried maybe just about having the magic tricksters coming to this show, all right? We want to broaden it out to make it more about the sorcerers and the warlocks and the people that they make rituals, the Wiccans among us, the craft kids,
Yes,
all that stuff. We wanted to kind of broaden it out and make magic more of a state of mind, right?
Yeah, and you can go new world with it. You can go fantasy with it.
Age
you can go dark. You can do comic stuff.
Yeah.
You grab a movie character you really like.
Yes.
A lot of options. Which is
as long as the character uses magic or is related to magic, it's fair game across all genres and stories and anything like that. But we will also, of course, invite, like we were saying, the Chris Angels and the David Copperfields.
We're going to see some Harry Potter stuff, which I'm down for.
But I would like to see some magical creatures as well.
That'd be fun.
Creatures that were created magically, like, because I might be one. So you might see me or not. Yeah.
So stick around in this video to the end if you want to find out what Seth's costume is this year.
We'll give you a little hint.
So that should tell you right now that this video is about costumes.
Which
is really the reason we started doing this.
Yeah.
Right?
Long ago.
You were in LA, you were talking about these crazy killer awesome costume parties. I'm here in my tiny little town in the UP, and I'm putting hundreds of dollars and hours into a costume to go to a bar with hanging bats from the ceiling and being like, I wish this was more.
Yeah, talking in your screen accurate,
exactly.
wizard,
like I spent 4 hours figuring out which contacts I'm supposed to be wearing, right? And I'm standing next to the baked potato guy.
Yeah.
So I was like,
deflating.
Seth, how do we do this? And then when you moved home, we're like, yes, we're doing it.
I wanted to keep
costumes are the center of it.
Right. I wanted to keep it. I was in a highly creative atmosphere out west, and every Halloween that seemed to be a point where everybody kind of let their hair down and enjoyed themselves with their creativity. And I wanted to make sure that a little bit of that was transferred over. You were a receptive audience, of course.
I'm in.
And we wanted a venue for it too, so that people could get that chance to kind of work towards Halloween a little bit more. Because I started as an adult. I didn't really do it costuming. I haven't ever told you this, but I did not dress up for Halloween for a long time until around 2008.
Blasphemy.
Yeah. And then I was like, I wanted to make a Han Solo costume. I wanted to do all the details.
The Han Solo costume was your first real costume?
Like as an adult, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I loved it as a kid, obviously, right? But
I didn't know that.
And so we got really serious, and then we went to this show, and it just went over really well, and the costumes were so exciting there. So every year it started to get like where we were like this time of year where we're spoiler, we're recording this in the summer, okay?
Yeah.
And you start to think about it because
it's July.
Yeah. It's technically July. So but I'm already, kind of thinking about what
I've already got stuff ordered.
Yeah, me too. And I'm gaming out, just figuring out like making the trips over and getting the all of the looking at bolts, you know what I mean? Like trying to get the right cloth or vinyl or whatever.
And when I say ordered, that's what I mean too. I'm ordering the fabrics I need, I'm ordering the lights I need, I've got hot glue for days coming.
Yes. So that's kind of how it got to be this exciting thing. And every year from about 2008 until we were 10 years, right? Because we moved here into 2018. It got to be just more and more elaborate, and it got to be where you wanted to you started to make it a maker's thing where you could have a craft thing, right?
Yeah. And then you realize, I think too, even in your small town, that there are many like yourself that really love a good costume. And I think let's break into costumes now. Like, what makes a good costume? Because there's a costume contest. I'll bring that up real quick, actually.
Yeah.
We do a costume contest every year. I'm just going to talk about it right now because then it's out of the way.
Yeah.
So the costume contest every year is super important to us. We appreciate it. We love it. There are 4 awards that are given away. There is first place. This year, first place is going to be $250, which is like a bigger pot than the entire first, second, third, fourth, fifth place at most other places you go to.
Yeah.
So basically, really, if you spend a lot of time and energy on your costume and you win first place, you paid for that costume, right?
Right.
Second place is $100. Third place is $50, and then it's not really fourth place. It's in like the middle there somewhere. It's in a tier all its own. Is the coveted Nerd Award, right? So wow, you said it with like very little enthusiasm.
No, it's
Nerd Award.
I didn't mean
it's your favorite
I was
thing.
actually trying to be in sync with you, so I had to think about it. That's why I didn't. Push the energy.
Well, you're talking about it because it's your favorite thing.
It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing because the nerds, man, they come out, and it's like we know it right away, don't we? Mm-hmm. We're like that one right there.
This
like
one.
I'm usually so
at least 3 times tonight I walk by Seth and I go, hey, look, where
pulling back the magical veil here, pulling back the magical veil. But I'm like sitting at a DJ booth a lot of time at these parties, and I look across the room and I'm watching, But I usually can call that Nerd Award. I was like, and they ask me, and they're like, you
do pretty much successfully pick it every year.
I love it. Yeah. I love what people do because it's like they're on the edge of the theme and they're twisting the theme often, and they're doing something unexpected, and it doesn't have to be elaborate either. It can be kind of conceptual. People can have like just a mask on sometimes, and that's enough because they've made the concept work.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about that real quick. What in the eyes again? Art is open to interpretation,
subjective.
Right? If anyone is down to support an interpretive interjection of art, it is absolutely Mr. Black Presents. That's our thing.
We exist there.
So with that being said, whatever you make, if you put your heart and your love and your effort into it, I've said this 1,000 times, an amazing costume does not need to cost you $500.
Not at all.
I always shout out our good friends Tyler and Unity because they always have incredible costumes, and they are like making it with things they find.
Yeah,
and it's incredible what they come up with. So we have other friends that make incredible costumes that are putting together. They're using 3D printing, they're using electronics and lighting, and stilts, and mechanical movement, and electronics, and all this stuff, which is amazing. But I think that with all of that aside, again, the costume is just the love of making something that you wanted to be for a night.
Yeah.
So with that being said, in our opinion, if you're looking to be a winner in the costume contest, if you're looking to be like, I want to come to compete, what makes a competition-ready costume?
Right away, for me, we've got the theme and some twist on the theme, some quirk on the theme. Whether or not it's right on the money for the theme, or it's something where they took the theme and they ran with it, and they did something that's kind of like just that's great. I do look at the elaborate materials or the lack of elaborate materials sometimes. To me, is because it's like, they figured it out with that. That's funny. Like they did that with toilet paper. Cool.
Yeah, we're like, that's an egg carton.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's an egg carton, and that's perfect. It couldn't even be better,
Yeah.
I honestly, this is what started as an adult for me getting into costumes, was that if you were going into a room and someone got who you were. And after a while, I got more niche-y, or I did mashups with my costumes, and I made somebody happy because they got it right away. It's that emotional response that I have.
Yeah.
They make me so happy that person just thought of that.
And when you're playing that person, right? When you're doing that
character. But also seeing that.
Just seeing it,
I want to be that person where it's like they come in and I'm like, they're laughing because it's just the best thing I've seen in like the whole year. Yeah. Or it's that they put that much time into something so ridiculous, so to me that's like the art that we're talking about here, and you don't have to be an artist in a way to do this right. Really it is about coming in and being a part of the community and enjoying each other's creativity.
Yeah.
Right.
So the theme and some kind of manipulation of the theme.
Oh, wait, did I not talk about the theme? Was I going off?
No, the theme is magic. No, I was just paraphrasing what you were saying.
But
so in that regard, I think what I would add to that too is what I always like to see, and also think about this if you're trying to win an award here. I do this a lot. We don't really just want to know what the costume is. I want to know the character. Yeah. And we've put votes. I shouldn't say I keep saying I. We've put votes into award winners that have not been like a movie or film or recognizable character. They have just done something so cool in costume.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to shout out Angela and her husband Ben.
Yeah.
Because they put together, they almost never play a specific character.
Right.
They just make
up
themed
their
characters.
own characters.
And they're always so freaking cool.
Yeah.
You know, like every time Angela and Ben walk in the room, I'm like, oh man, look at that. Wow. Okay, cool.
I look forward to them. I look forward to them. I look forward to a few people that are now our regulars that like, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like they're going to come in as a group. I can't wait to see
Group
what the
costumes.
Group is.
Girls.
Yeah.
I'm going to get up here so I can beg you. Girls, if you have a group of ladies that want to do a costume together, I will pay money to see all characters in the craft.
All the craft.
All of them. I want all 4 girls. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't care. Please do it.
Yeah, it's not that hard. But you do
It's
have
not
to,
that hard.
Yeah, you just have to watch and like pause the DVD.
That's it. Yeah. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. That's all. That's all I really want from this, right?
Right.
Seth wants to see Chris Angel, and
I
want to see all the ladies from the craft.
And I want to see. I mean, I would have done David Copperfield, and I would have been real creepy, man. But I'm not doing that tonight. I'm not doing that night.
Yeah. Stick around to the end of the video if you want to figure out and want to know what Seth's costume is this year. So another thing to that too is the character. Paying attention to the character, right?
Yes.
Also, I look at fine details. This is my opinion, I love handmade things.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's cool that you could go online, and I've done this. You can go online I've done this with masks. I go to Etsy and I have an artist make me a mask, right? I think that's cool. However, I love walking into a detail and going like, hey, I love that cape you made. That cape is really cool. And they go, yeah, I sewed this. And I'm like, wait a minute. And they'll tell me like, I hand sewed all this hemming on.
I love talking to people.
You know, they're so proud of the pieces that they have made. And I think that's another thing too. They don't have to be elaborate. Those little pieces, those little details, especially if you're looking for a nerd award, which I love money. First, second, and third place are wonderful. The nerd award to me is that thing we give away where it's like, what you have done is not done for money. It's done for the recognition of the fact that you thought of the little things.
It must be immortalized.
It must be remembered.
It must be remembered. And to really tie, so the costumes are here, and then to tie in some of what we've talked about in a previous video and other features of the show, I mentioned in an earlier video that I loved using my own body as a canvas for a costume, but after a while I started to want to change the environment so that the environment met up with the costumes itself, right? So we're doing our best to make sure the environment for you, when you come in with your costume, all the work you put in, lives up to it. And you got a great place to take pictures, because we are, and I think I don't know if we'll mention this in other places, but we are going to take pictures.
Yes.
We have our picture booth, and we always have that right there.
I can't believe we haven't talked about that yet.
Well, people get we want to immortalize your work.
Our Mr. Black Presents in-house photographer, Sarah Michaels. She's wonderful. Sarah's doing it again this year. Sarah's so good at it. We love you, Sarah. Thank you for doing that with us. She does it for way less money than she should.
But it's a huge part of the costume thing, because we want to make sure if you want it immortalized and immortalized well and with high quality, we make sure that that's there for you too. And you got a cool backdrop too. And you got other people, obviously, when you make friends. You got other people with killer costumes.
And you'll find what I love too is when you have a couple people show up as something that fit right into what these other people were doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yes, awesome. We made new friends and we like the same things.
We've had mashups happen on the floor, on the dance floor.
So we'll talk about in a later video more on the aspects outside of the dance party vibe that are going to be directly correlated with what we're doing with this party. And that will be a big part of it as well, the photo area. We'll talk a lot bit about
which
that.
is usually right there as you come in.
Yeah.
And as I've noticed just with this, kind of putting a bookmark on this a little bit, is that like people come in, take a photo right away, go have fun for the rest of the night, and then they make new friends, and I've noticed a nice trend where people go back and take more photos. So if you look through the photo reel at the end of it, like the day after, you'll just see, the same group came, they must have made some friends when they met up.
Now they're all having fun and they're taking photos together.
Now they're having a blast in that photo booth, and I think Sarah has a really good time with that too. So to me, I do it too. I go like, I'm gonna hang out with that person. So if you really want to have that killer Dracula person over there and get a picture with them, grab them.
100%. And like I said, we have seen group costumes as well. Group costumes are a lot of fun. Group costumes are another way, group costumes are hard for me because I always look at what the group is doing as a whole and how good that is, but also it feels a little unfair to be like, I'm going to give this $250.
You think they're loading the dice?
Oh, I'm just saying, no, I'm going to give this $100 award to 5 people.
Yeah.
That's always hard for me because I'd love to just say like, you did a really good job. You have a great costume and here's your award for it. your recognition. So for me, doing a group costume is always difficult, but also group costumes are amazing. We talk about many group costumes.
They are the sum total of their parts, though.
You know.
And then maybe if a lot of these people go in knowing that too.
Yeah. I think I don't remember which party it was specifically for. We had Josie in the, no, it wasn't Josie and the Pussycats. It was
the Spice Girls
for
our 90s
Someone
party.
came as all the Spice Girls for our 90s party, and it was awesome.
That was great.
I saw a group at one of our Smile at the End of the World that came as the Whisperers from The Walking Dead.
Yes.
That was super cool. So there have been some awesome group costumes that we've seen.
I've got a, as you know, wish list for you.
There was the Riders of the Apocalypse was one year too. For Smile at the End of the World, they came as all the Riders of the Apocalypse.
I think of a group costume every year. We never get it together.
I know. Someday.
I mean, just, you know what I'm talking about.
So if you were hanging out to the end, thank you for being here. If you haven't bought tickets yet, head on over to MrBlackPresents.com/events and get your tickets. They're just $15. Also, down below, I will post a link to the event page so you can head over there and get into the conversation if you're looking for costumes. So if you stuck around to the end of the video, this is the time where we tell you, if you haven't bought your tickets yet, you head over to MrBlackPresents.com/events. Tickets are just $15 over there. And depending on when you're looking at this video, you might also see in the upcoming events another show coming up for Mr. Black Presents in the spring, maybe.
A special show.
Otherwise, head on down to the description of this video. You'll be able to see where I will be posting the event page down there as well. So if you're looking for costume ideas or help, or like, hey, I'm working on this, what do I do?
Is this on theme? Is this magical?
Or how do I attach this to that thing?
Yeah.
We can help with that.
Oh, yeah,
We love that
too,
conversation for sure.
Yeah. How do I float?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. So this is the end of the video, which means this is the part where Seth tells you about his costume this year.
So, all right, I'll give you hints. If you get it, then you'll get like a not, what do we call that? Like a no prize?
No prize. You get the golden snub.
I'll mention you from the DJ booth. Is what I'll do if you get it right.
By name.
I am from an 1980s property. I am a creature. And I am not a very good magical user. I'm not good at magic. And that's all I'm giving you guys. There's 3 things there.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross truly was magical, though.
Yeah.
He was
a
magic,
fluvial forest creature.
Remember watching
out
him?
of the 80s?
Magic Little Trees, guys.
Yeah.
Like he would just go, the magical little tree right there, and it looked like he totally ruined it. Like he would just he cut right through there with his paint knife, and you'd be like, oh my god, he just destroyed his painting. And he's like, and a magical little tree. He was magical.
I was not aware that simple comment was going to spark that. That's amazing.
This is why we improv.
Absolutely.
And Mr. Black.
This is why you should head on over to MrBlackPresents.com/events and get your tickets. Stick around here to our Facebook page for more videos coming up. The next video is going to be something awesome, I'm sure. So we'll see you guys at the party.
See you later.
Bob Ross.
Bye, Ross.